programming. All right, now we need to cut off the incentive. I'll just do the intro again, but yeah, we'll cut off the incentive and we'll see what we're doing.
So at the moment, Big Head has won by $17. So in total, it has raised over $1,400.
Oh my god!
So
Pretty good.
That's sick. Thank you everyone who donated, and I hope you enjoy the.
And my time is up right now. So I'll leave you in the capable hands of Kenora.
Bye, John.
He's got the headphones in.
He can't hear us. All right. So yeah, this is what you donated for. This is Big Head Spyro.
What's that? So the audio, I think, resets.
Oh, do we need to do audio stuff?
I think it resets, yeah. Let's just double check if you need.
All right.
Do you just want to speak, Bill?
Yeah, I'm speaking. Yeah, I think it's.
Cool.
I didn't hear any
It
different.
reset after the crash run, so
yeah.
that makes sense.
Cool. All right, back to the run I'm actually supposed to be doing and then I'm practiced for. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's a very large.
Look at that head.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much as we explained in the other run, this is pretty much Legacy any percent before the skip was found in Midnight Mountain. Having 100 eggs to enter the sorceress's door.
Yeah, if you're familiar with other games, this is like the 70 star of this game. You're not allowed to do the big skip that removes all the collecting, but you also don't have to collect everything. Like there is 117%, which is the like max completion category for this game, and that's about 3 hours-ish. Okay. So I want to get I really would like to get a proxy here just to get an egg early, but it's not. Yeah, it's not the end of the world if I miss it. But it's a pretty nice time save. So yeah, basically you'll be seeing most of the same levels here. You'll see also the Midnight Mountain levels that I skipped, but you'll be seeing more of them. You'll be seeing the yeah, a lot of the like mini games and extra side areas and stuff. Not all of them, but the fast ones. There's 146 total eggs that we could get in a run that ends on the final boss. And I'm collecting 100, so I get to skip a lot of the slowest ones. To point out as well, because the Big Head actually changes Spyro's flame hitbox, it makes it larger and like further forward. It does change the timing on some of these proxies, so that's what I'm gonna blame not getting not getting the Sunnyvilla proxies on that. I hope that's okay.
Thank you for
Alright. I'm going to do a different trick here to what I did in any percent, a different swim in air. I still need swim in air, but I'm going to do a faster one that is kind of tricky. We'll hope I get it. I'll give this a couple of attempts, but it's kind of hard to see with the head in the way, but yeah, there we go. That's waterfall swim. The positioning there that you have to stand to make that work is very precise. Like, yeah, there's a... Yeah, I don't know the actual like precision in terms of polygons or whatever, but it's super tight. But that just skips that whole like going into the cave and using the Superfly power up and jumping out of bounds and all the stuff that I did in the last run. It saves a decent chunk of time in both this and in any percent.
Hi-ish.
So I'm going to do this level a little differently to how I would do it in a PB attempt. Because I've been kind of struggling with the ball proxy in Molten Crater, I'm doing a safety strat here where I'm going to collect some gems. Normally you wouldn't need to do that. Basically all the gem requirements in this game can be fairly easily skipped. And so this category would not normally require any gem collecting. But I am going to try and get 300 in the first few levels, just because if I can't do ball proxy, I will just get stuck if I don't have gems. Which is exactly what happened when I did this run at DreamHack, so I am traumatized and want to get some gems. So yeah, slightly faster to get the eggs out of order in this level, but if I'm collecting gems, it's better to do the intended path. Because these mushroom houses give you lots of gems. Okay. And then while I wait for the goat to run across there, I'm gonna pick up some stuff here.
Thanks for that.
Time for a couple of donations.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Alrighty. I am your host, Kenora, as Optum said, and we do have $50 from Stylenide that says Flat Gang. Unfortunately, that was just after we closed it and put on Big Head Spyro. I do apologize for that one. But we do also have $2 from a big-headed Spyro that says $1,400 for an amazing cause. Put this towards Cutie's Revenge. Cutie for Sten's file name. Thank you.
Alright, so I don't need to do the jump I did last time. I can go through the back here, which is a bit easier, because I want to do this Sun Seeds minigame. Fun fact, this is the slowest egg that's currently in the route. If you were to route in one of the, like, inconsistent fast eggs, this is the first one you would remove at this point, I think. Big Head also kind of can make this a little tricky as well, because it's easy to flame over the top of the Sun Seeds. But yeah, this is just optimizing movement, fast flame charges. I didn't mention it because it wasn't relevant in the last run, but flame charging is basically you charge by holding X, but you can't by holding square, sorry. But you can't flame while you're charging. So in order to do that, in order to get flames out while charging, you need to very quickly let go of square and then hit circle and then go back to square again. It's something that you get a lot of practice doing running a Spyro game. It's just this very quick flick of the thumb. Yeah, it can be. Yeah. Neat thing about doing the waterfall swim route, because it meant I did Sheila's Alp second instead of this level. I guess I'll mention the adaptive difficulty. Yeah, depending on, like, it's complicated. It's well documented now, but it's kind of complicated how it works. The more stuff you collect and, like, the less you die and just various things, it affects certain things in levels, including, like, the bosses and certain enemy placements and things. But it includes those bell towers in the last area I was in. And the spirits and you move faster if you're on the harder difficulty setting, which is what happens if you do this level 3rd instead of 2nd. So it's like an extra, like, hidden time save of doing the waterfall swim route. Also, had to be very careful there. There's a strat at the end of level, yeah, the head during the loading screens. There's a strat at the end of level where you can, there's a brief window where you can flame the end of level NPC, and it will make you gain control more quickly after the cutscene, after getting the egg. Oh. But if I tried to do that with Big Head, and you just soft lock every time. There is a soft lock that's involved, and you can avoid it, but if you have Big Head, I don't think you can avoid it, because your flame's, like, slightly further forward. Yeah, Hunter taught us how to glide, which I've played this game a couple times. I know how to glide, so I just jumped to the last ledge and waited for him. All right, we'll get a couple of attempts at ball proxy here, and then I'll just go the normal way. There it is. Nice. Who needs gems?
You just fly to the back of that portal without having to pay money bags as well.
Yeah.
That's such a classic marathon thing.
Yeah, it really is.
You account for it and then it just happens, or you don't account for it and it doesn't.
Anyone who runs this game will be jealous of how easily I just flamed that thief. Big Head, yeah, it makes thief kills way easier.
New meta.
Yeah. New category.
This game does have some pretty funny categories, like alphabetical
Yeah, alphabetical eggs. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's pretty much, yeah, as it says, alphabetical.
Hello,
Is it every egg?
Every egg, like, you know,
alphabetically? Wow.
Yeah.
But the best part is you can't actually do that properly alphabetical, because some of the early ones are like unlocked later, so
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
mostly alphabetical.
Here.
So yeah, I also did a skip into the Sergeant Bird side area there. You can't normally get into that because you unlock Sergeant Bird in the next home world. That's supposed to be a forced backtrack, but thankfully we can just jump in the top of the portal there. You can just stand on the posts, and the loading zone is slightly bigger than it's supposed to be. So, or slightly bigger than it needs to be, I guess.
Yeah, I know that name.
Yeah, if you've got a name that matches one of the eggs, make sure you donate and let us know.
Even if you have one that doesn't match,
Yeah.
donate double.
There's some fun music ones in there, so
Yeah.
Coltrane. Do we know like what they're based on, the names, or are they just
It varies. Like the I only realized recently, like it was brought to my attention that the end of level egg in Sunny Villa is called Sanders because it's like you get it from a chicken. And it's like a KFC reference.
Oh.
Like they yeah.
Well, there's gonna be some like Monsters Inc. reference where like they name things after like the animators like children. And
Yeah,
stuff
I think
like
some of them are like that.
They would, there'd be a heap like that.
There is a Spyro 3 ROM hack that came out last year. It's like a Kaizo hack of this game made by HWD and Jeremy Thompson, and all the eggs are named after like speedrunners and people in the community. It's really good. Alright, little cheeky proxy to get up on this ledge, hopefully.
We love a cheeky.
Yeah, yeah, nice little one. That barely saves time. There's like 2 other ways of getting up there, but and the intended way.
Looks like the big head's actually helping.
Yeah.
This can crash the game as well.
Oh no, I'm not doing sandcastles.
I
Nah.
was
So
gonna say,
the challenge in this area, the sandcastles, used to be in the route for a long time, but in the last couple of years, it's kind of fallen out of the meta. People do shark subs in Desert Ruins instead now. Oh, nice. Which is something to mention because there's so much flexibility. There's no requirement to get specific eggs. You just have to get 100. There's a lot of flexibility in terms of like routing, both for speed and for safety for like beginner runners as well. There's a lot of potential for taking out stuff that you don't like or find too difficult without losing enormous amounts of time. At the top end, this category is really hard. There's a lot of stuff, but it's certainly quite approachable for a beginner.
Wow.
That was Bluto, little mini boss. Yeah, you can just kind of get enough ammo and then sit on top of where one of the ammo boxes is going to spawn and just mow him down. This little challenge is notorious for being people struggled with this as a kid. Speedrunners still fail it sometimes. You have to hit all of the Rhinox and dodge all of the mines, but the controls in here are just very weird. Like there's a lot of delay between pressing left or right and him actually moving.
This egg.
Yeah, probably got some time, Kenora, if you want to read anything.
Yeah, absolutely. We have $2 from a clock district. He says, not even at the event and I'm throwing some money in. Oops. Just as a quick reminder, we are AusSpeedruns, a group running speedrun events to raise money for charity. For this event in particular, we are raising money for Game On Cancer, a charity which funds early career cancer researchers who are working across all areas of cancer research to make this the last generation to die from cancer. That was a bit of a Freudian slip. If you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ausspeedruns.com or type !donate in the Twitch chat.
Listen
And
carefully.
all revenue from the Twitch streams as well goes towards Game On Cancer, a fantastic cause.
Thanks, Clock, by the way. Yeah, Clock's a many-time couch commentator for my runs. Spyro reignited runner. Shame you couldn't be here, mate. Alright, this is going to be just the same as the last run. Although the difference being that I don't have any health this time, which came back to bite me immediately. I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah, that you always have either green or no sparks there because you come straight from Bluto, which just does a lot of damage as part of the strat. So it's a bit more risky in this category, but... Alright, cool. Buzz deaths in 100 egg PBs are a time-honored tradition, so I'm not too worried about that.
Grayson, like Grayson Allen.
A reference I'm sure most people will get.
Yes, yes, excellent. No one likes him. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same skip I did here in the any % run, the bridge swim, but I'm going to be doing some more stuff in the home world before I actually head into Sergeant Bed's base. Some home world eggs,
Okay, Dread.
including the one right here, but then some others afterwards as well. Shout out to Dave.
Yeah, we love Dave.
Nice.
I was going to say the fade.
Yeah, the fade and diver.
Spyro's diving.
Yeah.
Dave faded.
So yeah, we need to break those 4 flower pots. I just broke 2 and then got this egg on the ledge, which actually removes the super flame power up, so I need to get it again. And then I'm going to try and do a thing here where I overlap collecting this egg with opening enchanted towers. So just aim up here. I missed. Yeah, that's fine. I can open the level later, that's no problem. But if you do hit the target there, it's kind of slightly off screen. You can overlap the 2 cutscenes and just not have to wait later. I missed the portal. This one is very small, and I missed it again. Am I too low? I guess I'm too low. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that portal is very small. And there's no like visual indicator as to where it is. So this is going to be the same as last run, except that because I'm not on easy mode anymore, the adaptive difficulty, there are more enemies, which just means a couple more things I have to shoot, but otherwise it's pretty much the same. There is a 3rd egg in this level, but it's extremely slow. You have to rescue a bunch of hummingbirds from cages.
So, sir, the final.
I think that guy's called Siegfried because he was the enemy's lunchbox or something, a ration, so fried. Yeah, there are certain enemies that are like the triggers to make Gabrielle, the hummingbird, move. For some reason, it's that last one on the ground over there. You can skip all the other enemies and she'll come along. And the homing on birds' rockets is a little finicky, so. But it's pretty consistent. If you just kind of walk off the edge of that ledge and shoot a rocket, it'll kind of skip the ones in front and go to that last enemy. No need to skip into the levels because we have enough eggs to just unlock them. But I'll be going for the same croc proxy I did last run, but if I don't get it, it's no big deal, and even if I do, there'll be some more stuff to do afterwards. Including potentially a 2nd croc. Maybe, yeah. And do a little cheeky little jump on the roof if you don't get one big enough there. No.
You are.
Thelonious, another jazz musician.
And then I'm going to run like the wrong way round that tree. That was like unoptimal movement, but it aggroed the crocs. So it puts him in this position here. So we can do another proxy. get up on the trees, and skip climbing a ladder and doing kind of tricky flop up onto the tree. Bamboo, I will go for the same thing I went for last run, the little bug proxy. It's much less of a time save in this, so it's no big deal if I don't get it. But it just changes the order that you do the eggs in. But even if I don't get it, I'll get to show the squeeze proxy instead, so there will be a skip regardless. Nah, not high enough. You don't need a very tall one for that, because the roof that you're aiming for is pretty low, but that was not high enough. So instead, we're going to wait for these guys to move this boulder.
Classic squeeze proxy.
Yeah, jump in and whee. So that's just a scenery proxy. The little gap between the boulder and the wall is not quite big enough for Spyro to fit inside. And so you can wedge yourself in, and as a kind of fail-safe, you get ejected out, which lets you just get up onto the roof and get up to Madison a bit early. Oh no. There we go. Skipped a bridge there. There's multiple ways to get across. And then easiest swim in air in the game. Just go up to the edge here and press square, and you are swimming in air. This is the thief egg. There is a thief that spawns after you beat this level. But before the thief spawns, the egg is just like stored under that little bit of scenery. And if you're swimming, you can just swim up to it and collect it. If you swim like to the back of it, though, you can soft lock, so you need to be a little careful with that. Alright, I did miss the Enchanted Towers open earlier, so I have to do that now. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. His head's so big, I can't stop bonking. Alright, this level's kind of the same. There's like one egg along the way, but otherwise nothing different here, so if Kenora has anything, feel free.
No donations at this time, but just as a reminder for anyone who did want to donate, we do have a couple of incentives that you can put that money towards if you include it in your donation message. Coming up next, we do have the Street Fighter 6 upgrade to all masters, which enrolls all characters from the main roster for that run. The cutoff will be at the start of that run, so if you do want to see that incentive be met, make sure to donate the remaining an amount of the remaining 476. Doesn't have to necessarily be all at once before the start of that run. As well, we have the Skyward Sword HD run later tonight. There's a love letter that a character gives you, and you can either pass it on to the character that they want it to give it to, or we could give it to someone else entirely to use as toilet paper. Currently, toilet paper is in the lead at $60 versus giving the love letter to its correct recipient at $55. So if you want to see love be true, then be sure to include that in your donation message. I'm very tired. We didn't get much sleep. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenora. I'd like to give a big shout out to anyone in the chat called Mingus.
Another jazz musician.
Probably my favorite egg name in this category. There's one called Anna Sean in Starfish Reef that I really like, but we don't see that here.
There's a jazz bassist called Charles Mingus.
That's probably what it is.
He has an album called Mingus, which is
I should give that a listen.
fantastic. Yeah, it's great. It's really fun.
Alright, same skip I did last time, but then this level is actually one of the tougher ones in this category. Little big head exclusive strat, if I can get this. I came up with this in the practice room. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Wouldn't have seen that on Flat Spyro.
Yeah. No?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Flat Spyro, we had plenty of merits.
Yeah, so normally you would have to either do a pretty tricky like flame charge jump off the supercharge ramp, or kind of go around a bit more. But yeah, with Big Head, you can actually just jump and flame it. It's great.
That's unreal. Did you just sort of hypothesize that? Or?
Yeah, I was doing a practice run with Big Head, and I'm like, is that just like all of the other thief kills are just easier with Big Head, and so I'm like, there must be some way to improve that one.
I'm guessing this game wouldn't have been labbed as much for Big Head.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Category, so.
Big Head community is nice.
Yeah.
You need to make like a
That's
Big
a
Head
bit,
Spyro Discord and like just
I missed that.
labbing strats for it.
That jump I just went for used to be really risky because the backup was quite hard, but then this got found where you can just jump off the cannon. Oh, I still can't do it. His head's too heavy, he's weighing it down.
There you go.
Main arms. And then this is the said backup, which you would have to do twice if I missed that jump like 3 years ago or whatever. I don't know how long ago they can. Well, maybe more than that.
Dak just did a sort of spin jump as well, so you do like facing backwards against something, jump and sort of spin into it, you get a bit more height than you would normally.
Yeah, Spyro's hitbox is like taller at the back. It's like higher at the back where his tail is. And so if you kind of jump facing away from a ledge, you can slide yourself up onto it facing the other direction. It's called a spin jump, which is a bit of a misnomer because it's not really the spinning that's giving you the extra height, but it's kind of, it's a catchy name. Alright, so back to Spike. This fight is going to be longer than it was last run because I'm not on easy mode anymore. There'll be 3 phases, like 3 hits per phase instead of 2. Depending on... Yeah, I'm probably just not going to go for the... Oh, wow, okay, never mind. Where's this rock? Oh, yeah, it's right here. You can go for a little... Wow, how did that not hit? You can go for a thing here where you hit him with 4 rocks instead of 3. If the last 2... Like, if you get 2 spawn close to each other at the end of that phase, you can just hit him with both of them. But it requires kind of waiting for the 4th rock to spawn, and if it spawns really far away, you've just wasted time waiting. But yeah, a bit more tricky because you actually have to watch out for your health here, don't take too much damage, and there's no health drops when you're not on easy mode either, so it's a fun fight, but it is a little tricky. It's no big deal to end on no health though, so. Yeah, 50 eggs halfway through the run. It's nice that it works out that way, exactly 50 here, because the next level that I want to go into requires 50 eggs to open. So if, at least if you're doing this route, if you have missed an egg in the first 2 worlds, you will know about it, because you won't be able to get into the next level.
Listen to me.
Oh. I'm gonna grab... Oh, nice life. That's actually really nice. God, I have so many lives, what the heck. There are quite a lot of death abuse strats in this game, more in the second half. So having a lot of lives is nice. I will give Firefly a few attempts, but I won't go crazy with it. I got it in any percent, so I'm satisfied. Yeah, we'll give it a couple more. Because the problem is if I end up like really low on lives, I have to skip out strats later, so... I'll go 1 more. If I don't get it this time, I'll just take the normal way through. It's less of a time save in this category, but it is still pretty significant. Nah, okay. I'll blame it on the big head. It's all good. Yeah, we'll grab noodles in this corner here. Iconic egg.
The entire category is based on just getting to noodles.
Yeah. But yeah, this is all the stuff that we skip by doing Firefly Proxy. This whole like tunnel here, and then talking to Greta, doing this
like
cannon.
What a jump.
Yeah.
Get her in the Olympics.
And where you would get to with Firefly is that room in front of us. I'm going to go off and do a side area first, but yeah. That's why it's such a time save. So I'll try and do a damage boost here to skip this area. Set up the enemy in the right spot. Oh, might still be able to go for it again. He didn't move. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
That is really difficult on the NTSC version specifically. On PAL, it's actually pretty free, but for a long time it was thought impossible on NTSC. But there's a kind of precise setup with setting up that enemy in a particular spot.
And I'm guessing we're on PAL right now.
No, we're on NTSC.
Oh, we're on NTSC.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Oh, nice. Zoomy, do you know how this how Agent 9 zigzagging works, or do I have to explain it?
Yeah, not really. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. I'm gonna hold forward and hold one of the strafe buttons and mash the other strafe button, and he's gonna go. I'm gonna grab this light first, actually, though.
Different sort of zigzagging to Rex's campaign, basically.
Yeah.
This one's actually fast.
The TAS of this level is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, there's a 117% TAS by Nitrovsky, and there's also a 100 egg TAS by Waffle, I believe, which both show this off. It's incredible. Or was it Waffle and Jeremy? I don't remember what the authors are on the 100 egg TAS. If you hit that explosion at the end, then you're on no health. You do actually die. So, all right. There is an alternate strat that's a bit safer and is very good in 117%, where you can play as Spyro in that section. But if your zigzagging is at least decent, you can do it faster with Agent 9.
Whoop.
Do you go out of bounds in any like side character rooms in this run? Only 117.
Yeah, no. Oh, I forgot I had no health. I went to do the I went to do the boost. I'm like, oh no. All right, it's fine. Yeah, no. That would be if I was going to do Agent Spyro, which I don't do in this category. So, yeah. All right, got that boost again off the enemies, which just skips the escort mission with Crazy Ed, Death Abuse, and it like. Because I hit the checkpoint at Zoe there and then died, it just respawns Crazy Ed in this room instead of back at the start. So it only saves like 3 seconds, it's not huge, but...
Would you look at it?
You know any jazz musicians named Craig names?
I know a speedrunner called Craig. He ran a Dance of Fire. He's in the front row. A Dance of Fire and Ice. Go watch the VOD. It was great.
No, I don't think there's any classic jazz musicians named Craig or Darren.
Honestly, when we were doing this before, I was thinking of basketball players, like, because I said greats now, and then I just started going through NBA players in my head.
Tried to do zombie again there. I missed it and died, but we'll go again. There we go. You can pause buffer it. The pausing, like the pause menu in this game, is crazy fast. It's extremely responsive. You can pause on consecutive frames. There's no like you have to just hit the buttons one frame apart. There's no like leniency to it. But if you can do that, then you can pause buffer zombie. But that gives a swimming air again, which instead of using to get into Charmed Ridge like I did last run, I'm going to use it to get the eggs in the home world, and then go into Bentley's Outpost.
Yeah, with zombie as well, I'm pretty sure if you've got vibration on, that's the easiest way to tell if you got it. Control will start vibrating.
Yeah, exactly. The controller will give you a little rumble when you got it, which is much easier than trying to use a visual cue. You can do that, but if you're playing on like emulator or on a controller that doesn't have vibration, it's a little trickier. I'm going to get this egg from through the ground, try not to go back in bounds, You have to wait a little bit in this cutscene before you skip it, or you'll get forced back in bounds. You wait until Stewie stops bouncing, and then skip it.
Stooby.
Yeah.
What a name.
Not a distant relative of
I will-
Scooby.
Scooby-Doo.
from the Do franchise.
So this is going to be almost the same as in any percent. This is actually you have to pick up the eggs that are on the ground. If I'm going to forget an egg, this is the level. Like, confusing the two categories is just very easy because it's identical except for picking up the eggs on the ground or not. It's always the worst feeling when you get like late in the run and then realize you've missed an egg. You're like, oh.
Does picking up the egg change the cycle of the field at all?
No, it actually works out basically the same.
Yeah, okay.
Because the camera's turned away from them during the egg cutscene, so.
I guess that's the feeling with like all sort of speedruns where it's like you gotta collect things. Like I know any speedruns I've never done where it's like you gotta do like a collection requirement. It's like what my biggest anxiety going to
Yeah, exactly.
Like, mine's like Grinch 100%. It's like did I crush all the gifts and stuff like that? Yeah.
Yeah, and there's not really any good backups in the late game either, because a lot of the late game eggs are really quick, and so they're in the route already. And so trying to back up having missed something is really slow usually.
I think it'd be even worse in
Thanks, bro.
100%.
Oh, of course, yeah, because then you actually do have to go back for that specific thing.
It's another thing I've seen is 100% Spyro runs at events like these, and 1 or 2 gems have been missed.
Alright, there's a neat route here. If I can get the Mammoth Proxy at the start, I can show off a nice death abuse route. I guess I haven't done one of these yet. There's something called an egg death abuse where you die while collecting an egg. Let me just do the proxy first and then I'll explain it. Yeah, so I'm going to get this egg on the ledge, which will give me a checkpoint. Normally every time you get an egg, you get a checkpoint, but if you die during the egg cutscene, you still get the egg, but you don't get the checkpoint. Oh, that sucks. I got a little flop off the ledge there. I'll just go around. Yeah, you get the egg, but you don't get the checkpoint. Like so. Thanks, Cecil. And then I get warped back up here. So I can just go straight to boxing. So that's slightly faster than going back the kind of intended path through there. Alright, everyone's favourite minigame.
Where's Impact?
Playing some Tekken 3.
Good preview for Street Fighter 6 on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. This is Street Fighter 6. Come on. You can get him like stun locked if you time this correctly, which I'm not, unfortunately. Yeah, 34 is pretty bad. If I usually I want to get like a good boxing is like above 40 on the timer, but high 30s is still good. And then there is a second boxing, but I'm not going to do it because it's slow. I mean, if you get it really good, it can potentially be faster than Sunseeds, but it's very inconsistent.
Thanks for helping.
There's a few eggs like that actually. Boxing 2. There's like the subs, the submarines in Lost Fleet as well, which are in theory faster but extremely inconsistent. Alright, here's a reference that most people should be able to get. Gonna get swallowed by a whale. And it's Jonah.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Is that a reference to Kingdom Hearts when you go inside of Monstro?
I bit my tongue there.
If Saiyans is biting his tongue.
I spawned Monstro, so you're not going to, right?
We'll see.
Spyro.
Best music in the game, by the way. This wall just doesn't exist for some reason. You can just jump through it. There used to be like, if you go way back, there used to be a much harder skip to get up here. But one day, yeah, a guy called Tuval, who found a whole bunch of skips in this game and the other Spyro games, just kind of jumped through that wall and then just obsoleted the really hard skip. It's great. Alright, I'm gonna be a bit ballsy here and go for something slightly risky when I'm on 0 lives, but I'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, why? Okay, that's fine. It's because I said something. If I'd just gone for it without talking, I'd have got it. No worries.
We just thought it was business as usual.
Yeah, exactly. It is actually pretty lenient, that Spyro.
Shout out to Rey Mysterio for the gem count.
I didn't see.
Classic.
Alright.
Does this game risk crashing a lot because you play on fastest speed, or is it?
There is a quirk with fastest speed on this game where some of the cutscenes can just hang on the loading screen before the cutscene. But you can fix that by just opening and closing the disc tray.
I noticed that when you were doing your 80% runs.
Yeah.
I was wanting to ask about that, so that makes sense.
It's one of those things that, like, if like, there's an alternate universe somewhere where FDS is just not allowed for this game. It certainly wasn't if you go back in time, but because the like PS Vita and PS TV versions exist, which are even faster and annoying to play on, people just use FDS to be able to keep up because it's like PS2 is just nicer.
And it's such a common way to play your PS1 speed games.
Some
Yeah.
extra sprout ultra super grow seeds from a bear with a bag of jams. He said they were magic, but I can't make them do anything.
So there's a whole puzzle here with spitting out these seeds, and there's like different platforms and stuff, but I'm gonna skip all of it. So you can spin jump up onto the mushrooms, and then there's these little glitch bounces you can do where you hold charge jump and then let go of charge at the right time, and you bounce much higher than intended. Perfect seeds. That's another thing that gets new runners really badly. Like the spin jumps onto the mushrooms are pretty tricky. And then there's a couple methods to get to the end of level like here. I'm gonna do kind of the mid difficulty and mid risk one, which is to proxy off this guy. There we go. You just need a little one and you can get over here. If you try and go the intended way, oh, nice. If you try and go the intended way, you have to watch a cutscene, which is why even waiting for that guy to do his attack is faster. But there is a different thing you can do where you go down on the bridge and do a big proxy off one of the archer enemies, but that's very risky. Alright, and we're back to see Scorch. This is going to be identical to last run, although other than the fact that I'm not on no health this time, I actually have some health, so I'm not going to die. But yeah, we're praying for red rockets, and we're praying for fast attacks from the boss.
This might be.
There's reds. Good. Yeah. So first try reds, but pretty slow attacks overall, so kind of average Scorch, I guess. to like the action shots when he dies.
I do like how Bentley's just sort of standing in the arena off to the side.
Yeah.
Scorch just isn't attacking him at all.
Alright, so we're going to see much more of this last homeworld than we did last run. Last run I just skipped straight into the final boss, but I've still got about 26 eggs left to collect, so I'll be going to most of the levels here. I won't be going to the side character level, to Agent 9's lab. You don't need to, there's no requirement, and it costs a lot of gems to open. I think it's like 1,200 or 1,400, which do I have enough? I don't even know. No, yeah, not even close. And there's no way to skip into it. There's no out of bounds in this this homeworld. So any level that's unlocked, any level that's still locked is locked. You can't get into it. Other than the final boss, which is very convenient.
Chris Islands has a cool little swim in there as well.
Yeah. It's a bit different to the normal ones.
Would you like to see?
This guy's called the Great Zamboni. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of wedged in that underneath that gem as it's pushing you down into the water. And you hit square at the right time, and you'll get pushed out of the water as you start swimming. And getting swim in air here is very nice because there's a bunch of eggs just kind of sitting on these, like up on the ledge and on the island, which you would normally have to do a bunch of stuff to get to, but we can just go straight to them. This plane thief also, if you miss that and don't hit him, good luck. Trying to chase him around with swim in air is very hard, and with the superfly is pretty slow. So this end of level guy's talk radius is enormous, so you can talk to him from down here. It covers like the entire island.
Yeah, that egg was so far away.
Yeah. Nice.
Optimization there.
Yeah, that's slide, skip. Yeah, you just kind of avoid the slide trigger completely, and so you can just glide straight to the end. You get a little break here. Take a drink. There is a skip for the slide. Like, if you don't get that and you have to take the slide, there is a skip on the slide as well. You kind of fall off and land back on a later part of it. But, yeah, if you can skip the whole thing, that's even better. Oh, I might still... Yeah, oh my god, it's so far away from downtown.
From way out.
Yeah, if I wasn't Big Head, I probably would have just death abused after I missed him and gone for the like back and forth again, the juke, because it's actually chasing him around that path is really annoying.
Shout out to the Big Head donors for clutching.
Yeah. You just saved the run.
I was honest.
Yeah. We've got our legally distinct Lara Croft here. This is Tara.
Oh, well.
Is her name actually Tara Croft?
Yeah, it's just Tara, but...
Oh, okay.
These scorpions are very easy to proxy off. You don't even need to press any buttons. You just walk underneath their tail and you go up. And then this is the egg that I mentioned way earlier that we don't do sandcastles in Seashell Shore anymore. This is what we replaced it with. Oh, I missed the first one. Oh, I missed two. Oh, get that. And one more. So there's a cycle I was going for. I unfortunately missed two of them, which is really awkward. But not too bad, I guess.
Nice.
Were those shark ships or were those real sharks?
No, they're like metal, like robot sharks.
I say Greenpeace. Get on that. Jeez.
Whoa. Yeah. The discovery of that proxy made shark subs even better because you can just get straight out to this egg from inside that building. And that's also really easy. You don't need to press anything. You just walk into the right place.
Hi, Spyro.
Got a little side scroller here. Kenora, if you've got anything, this is a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. We have $5 from Baffy that says, "Let's go, Dact. Seeing that club who has apparently forgotten how to use the love letter properly as toilet paper, please put my donation towards that one." And we also have $15 from Nobody Important that reads, "Good morning from America. Thanks for providing so many quality runs to accompany my morning coffee throughout the week. Here is to Dactyly and beating cancer." Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, shout outs to all the international viewers who get the graveyard runs during their prime time. It's the last time we'll see Sheila, at least until the like ending cutscenes. Fun fact, if you don't kill this scorpion, the egg doesn't trigger. And then you kill it and you get the egg. A lot of people don't know about that. Happened to Paso in ASM once and he had no idea what was going on. I was yelling at him, "Kill the scorpion." Alright, how many lives do I have? Okay, that's fine. There's a death abuse you can do here. Oh. Yeah, okay. That was weird setup, but it worked. It's just slightly faster to death abuse there than to ride the whirlwind back. So if you've got the lives to spare, you might as well.
You ready for some riddles, Nice?
I love a riddle.
Yeah.
We shall find out.
Yeah, you got to be careful in this level. Don't just mash the dialogue, because the top option is never the correct one. So you have to know your answers. Nice.
I see you.
What is it? I'm a vessel without hinges, lock, or lid, yet within my walls a golden treasure is hid. What am I? Nice.
A treasure chest, surely.
Alright, we'll end that bit now.
I love it. Search for treasure in the sea. So.
It's an egg.
I've only seen 90 of them.
Alright, another slide you can skip. Just jump early and you can just avoid the trigger.
Why'd you guys let me embarrass myself there? Should have stepped in.
Another mummy proxy, hopefully. No, missed that one. I got the hard one and missed the easy one. Oh, get on the ladder.
I hate that when people block the top of ladders.
Some siege tactics right there. Alright, so this is tanks. Not so much the first round, but the second round here is... Oh, here we go. If one dragon can lay one egg in 12 years, how long would it take for 100 dragons to lay 100 eggs? So it's...
1200, mate.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
The math checks out.
Don't understand.
I just don't get it.
Nah, I'm rolling on lack of sleep like you are.
Yeah.
So, math is gone. Should've got the calculator out.
Did Sire leave his here? Did Sire leave his?
Oh, I've got mine in my bag, yeah.
Okay.
RPG runners.
MJ.
You may now.
Yeah.
Jazz music.
So
But he is better than
But you'll
LeBron.
need much more.
So this second tanks is an egg that beginner runners will often opt to skip and replace with something else. Sometimes I wish that I could do that as well. It's awful. Is that gonna hit? Yeah, okay.
I assume it's quick just because it's kind of already here.
Yeah, exactly. And if you do it fast, like if you're good at it, it is actually pretty quick. If you're Nerf Rip, it's like the fastest egg in the game.
I'm still thinking about the riddle. Was it 100 years?
I'll walk you through it later. It's okay.
Yeah.
That will.
And TJ. MJ and TJ.
Yeah. I might need a few hours to cook that one.
Tackle Jordan.
Alright, one more level here. This one's got a cool route with some kind of unintended jumps. We go backwards through the level. I'm gonna get... Oh, flaming right over the top of him. I have to charge it. These guys are so low, I can't hit them with big head. Yeah, I want to get some health, not even for the next level, but for the final boss. I want to be on full health going in, if I can. 96 here is correct, so I haven't missed anything. Alright. Dan told me that this was the last egg he found in the game.
By design.
It would have felt so much relief knowing he was in it.
We go.
Yeah, a little squeeze proxy in the axle there, get on top of this, and then just flop over here and break the wall. This guy won't actually give you the egg if you don't break that wall, so you can't just drop straight into the room, you have to go around like that. Jump at Jehoshaphat. Another water tunnel like the one in Seashell. This one's in 2 dimensions, I guess. This one's easier though. I say that I'm gonna hit something, but you don't actually have to like hit anything specific here. You just have to dodge the obstacles. But it does still have the water tunnel physics where the controls are like delayed.
That was some...
Alright, one more. It's just going to be one that's... oh, wrong way. It's just going to be sitting in the middle of the level. Egg number 100, Romy.
Ooh. There you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's not over. I still have to beat the game. Yeah. But cool. Now I can actually unlock the final boss. I'm gonna just charge these because I'm doing. Oh, nice extra life. Okay, that's gold. So yeah, the whole point of getting all those eggs was for this. This triggers this little cutscene here, which opens the door. That's what we skipped with the skip in the previous run. And then the boss fight is the same. So hopefully I can nail this again. Well, I almost nailed it last time. So yeah, watching the cannon patterns, I know which one's going to spawn first. Wait. It is the one that's above me, but I didn't see where it actually is. There we go. And then depending on which cannon's coming, she'll do a different movement pattern, and we can kind of go from there. Well, didn't go quite far enough, but we should still got 2 here, yeah. Ideally, you want to get 3 on that first phase, but 2 is still fine. Oh, that's kind of annoying getting hit there. I didn't want that. But, oh, I'm getting a tank drop, so it's actually fine. There's my UFO skip. So, as long as I actually hit her with all these, this will be timed very soon. Time.
Let's go, Dad.
Thank you.
George.
Yeah. You found George. All right. Yeah, so that was Spyro 3. That was a bit longer up here than I expected, but had a lot of fun. The second run went a lot better than the first one. Thank you guys for hanging out as well. Thanks. Kind of last minute. Yeah, all done.
Yeah, great.
All right, thank you, Dactyly, for those fantastic runs. Up next, we do have Air Memories of Old, any percent by Nikasa. Stick around for that. We did also receive a $5 from Giolu Bread that says, I saw my name come up as an egg, so I'm donating because that's the law. In the interest of making things interesting, please put this towards delivering Colin's love letter. So just as a reminder, that incentive for Skyward Sword is now at $65 for users toilet paper and $60 for giving it the love letter. Thank you so much. Alrighty, up next we have Air Memories of Old, any percent by Nikazar. Take it away.